like I said, it's not an easy thing to do because the things that speak to people, in my opinion, is like specific examples, you know. So, you know, I could use examples from my own experience when I work at the machine shop. You know, we were machining this exhaust rockers for GE transportation. It was a long time ago. And at that time, you know, I was blissfully oblivious to certain things. And there was a drawing of that rocker that had datum reference frame that wasn't really correct because it didn't reflect the function of the part. And we spent weeks, months trying to get this process approved by GE. And we weren't doing anything wrong. It's just the drawing would set up these parts for failure, you know. And I have some presentations that I did based on this example. I can't use the exact drawing, but the same concept, you know. And here at Made to Measure, we sometimes had customers, desperate customers that would come for help because they could not get parts accepted, you know. And it wasn't because they're machines or people. It was the information that was in a drawing that would set up these parts for failure, like 100% failure. And you wouldn't believe what people were doing. They were buying more expensive machines. They were sending people for training, spending money, you know, because they weren't looking in the right direction. You know, sometimes people have this like, they worship the drawing, you know, it can't be wrong. But you know, it's not true. It's not true. Very frequently it's a drawing that sets up people for failure, you know. So there's, no matter what they do, how much training they get, you know, they need to revise the drawing. But you know, I sometimes hear that, you know, it takes an act of God to revise a drawing. So you know, that's not a good situation that people put themselves in. But you know, like I said, there is a lot of parts, time, you know, that is wasted because of that.